Well, Mark, it's great to have a game so fast after what happened on Boxing Day, I guess.
Yes, can't wait for tomorrow, basically, in a nutshell. Looking forward to it.
How difficult will Bolton be, bearing in mind their position this season so far?
As difficult as any other game. I keep saying it all year. I think anybody can beat anybody on any given day. If you're at your game and somebody else is not, you can win. If you're below par, you'll get found out. We did on Boxing Day. I look at Bolton's last few results at home, and they drew at Plymouth, Derby, Charlton, scored lots of goals. So we've proven ourselves on many occasions this year. We're capable of winning good games of football.
When I listen to opposition managers who are coming to the bank, they all mention the fact you're unbeaten at home. Do you think that's starting to play into the mind of the opposition, the fact that you've got such a good home record?
I don't know, because I can't speak for other people. I do think we're a really well-drilled, organised team, and I think the feedback I tend to get from other people is we are that. I take a lot of pride in that, and I think from that it gives us a platform to build on, and that's the main reason why we're unbeaten at home. I would like us to put that practice into our away form, which is different types of game, but I think on the whole we're a hard-working, well-drilled, disciplined team, a group that give everything for each other, and 9 times out of 10 we can give anybody a good game on that day.
And psychologically, do you think it helps the players here as well, the fact that they've got that record?
It's not something we try and focus on, that and again, the reason I say that, Rob, I apologise, is because at one stage people were saying, but you've only won one at home. So it depends how you want to view those. It depends how stats are so powerful, but they can be so misleading as well. And I've had I like stats, and I've had lots of conversations on stats this year. You can do anything you want with stats. What we do know is we're hard to beat at home, but I think all in all, we've proven this year we're a very good side, and we're capable of producing good performances and getting good results.
The fact there's a short space between the two games on the 30th and the 2nd, will that play a part in your team selection over these next 2 games? You have to take it a little bit differently compared to what you would have for Boxing Day now?
Yeah, I think with the league the way it is, I'm not avoiding your question, by the way, but we've had large periods of the season, and we've got them coming up where you've got huge Saturday, Tuesday. So that constant conversation around periodisation and training and minutes for players and what we can do, we tend to have those conversations quite far in advance, but it's always a conversation that's adaptable and will change. So that's a constant, and not just in this period.
Danny Mandroyo is going to be too soon for him. Is it still about managing him?
No, Danny's available.
Loan players coming up to January. I know a lot of players have recall clauses in their contracts for loans. When do those discussions start, or do you already have in mind what's going to happen with players here and also players that you've sent out on loan?
Obviously it's easier to manage players that you've sent down alone, because you hold all the ace cards or the trumps on whether you can call them back and stuff like that. There's always a period and a window in the transfer window that if the players we've got on loan, clubs want them back, they can do that. We would hope, with their track record and how our loan players have done this year with us, that those players would stay with us. Every club's different. So I remember speaking to a loans manager at a top Premier League club, and he couldn't get his head around why clubs call players back when they're happy because somebody else has come in and they've got a sexier name. I'm a firm believer in that. If somebody is happy and they're doing well, why would you want to change that? So, but that sort of thing is actually out of our hands, but we would hope, and we do have conversations, Rob, apologies, to answer that question. Those conversations Jez has all the time. I'm in contact with loans managers, but obviously we don't own the player, so that bit's out of our hands.
And do those relationships that you have with the staff at the other clubs and Jez has as well, whether that's loan managers, fellow managers, how crucial are they, do you think, to keeping a player or to not having a player stay with you?
I think ultimately it has to be down is the player. Why do players go out on loan? To get minutes. To get an experience was to get minutes. So if players are getting minutes, I would suppose that's the key. Is the player developing? That's another big one. Is he getting an experience, a worldly experience of what actually real life looks like in the training ground, out of the training ground? So I think there's lots of facets that you'd look at, that you'd want, boxes you'd want to hit. I would like to think we're very, very good at hitting those. And a good example is the opposite that, like Charlie Kendall's had a tough loan at Sutton, and I spoke to Charlie a few weeks ago, but it was still a really good experience. That's how I keep going. Harry Kane's had loans that people say didn't work out. World class player, captain of Tottenham, captain of England. I don't know Harry Kane, I apologise if I'm speaking for Harry, I hope I'm not, but I would say that those loans have turned him into the player he is there. I don't know whether this is right or wrong. I'm sure Jack Grealish, is it Notts County he went to? Really struggling. I think he's openly said it was probably the making of him, or the start of the making of him. All loans, they shouldn't just be judged on playing and scoring lots of goals or keeping clean sheets. For me, there's a multitude and multiple of reasons why a loan is successful or not.